and gentlemen, by now the entire country and the world knows that the CP Radhakrishnan is going to be the next Vice President of India. But did you know that BJP has suffered a defeat in this contest held yesterday? That in an election held under the blinding glare of cameras, where every single leader of and member of parliament was seen posing as they cast their votes, the ruling party managed to snatch, siphon and steal votes? Well, here's Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, whose candidate fell short by 152 votes in the contest, telling you his version of what happened behind those, well, very open curtains visible on camera.
Any word on why President poll ka? Any word on why? Vote chor, Gaddi chor. Vote chor, Gaddi chor. Vote chor, Gaddi chor. Sir, you think that this is also a vote chori, sir? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Sir, you think that this is also a vote chori, sir? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Vote chor, Gaddi chor, and 100% there was vote chori in the VP elections. Well, this is just one of those moments where Rahul Gandhi randomly chants vote chor, Gaddi chor, and irrespective of the question asked, he just manages to say what he wants to say and what he wants people to believe. Like he did when asked about Prime Minister Modi at the SCO summit in China. Maybe he was just making a generic statement, not actually insinuating that legislators from his own team allowed their votes to be somehow stolen by the BJP. Honestly, the allegations are so incredulous and preposterous that I really tried to give him benefit of doubt that I could. But harsh truth today is, these are not just off-the-cuff comments made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi. They are a part of a thought-out strategy. Yes, believe it or not, this is the strategy of the Congress party and their top leader Rahul Gandhi. Look at this tweet at 7:57 p.m. yesterday. The now infamous Kerala Congress Twitter handle put out this post. Captioned, "No brainer for anyone." The post indirectly hints at vote theft. It doesn't have a direct reference to vice presidential polls, but one sees no other reason for them to put out this tweet and this post minutes after election results were made official at around 7:30 p.m. last night. Predictably, Rahul Gandhi's nudge was enough of a cue for others in the Congress and the India alliance to quickly latch on to the rigging raga.
अरे झूठ और प्रोपेगेंडे के बुनियाद पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनती है और बनती आई है, तो जो झूठ और प्रोपेगेंडे की बुनियाद पर बनेगी तो वो क्या कहीं भी किसी फेयर इलेक्शन में यकीन करेगी? उसी संदर्भ में राहुल गांधी जो कह रहे हैं वो सही कह रहे हैं.
The number of the opposition party votes have gone down and a little more, the BJP candidate had got a little more votes than what they have. Then there must be some bungling, which means in every election they are doing this.
Now the opposition has every reason to feel cheated. After all, the alliance that on paper had 322 MPs on their side and had claimed that 315 of them had turned up to cast their vote ended up with just 300 votes on the board. While the real numbers and breakdown may never be known officially, given the confidential and conscious voting nature of this poll process, sources do suggest that at least 14 legislators from the opposition ranks voted for CP Radhakrishnan, including the Aam Aadmi Party, the RJD, Uddhav Sena, JMM. On record, naturally, all we have is, well, plain vanilla denials.
ये तो देखो, हमारे को मेजॉरिटी नहीं थी, जितनी थे हमारे को मिले हैं.
देखिए, हमारे तरफ से तो कोई नहीं हुई. एकदम मजबूती के साथ हमारे 9 सांसदों ने एक पक्ष में जो है वोट दिया है. और पूरी तरीके से हम लोग राष्ट्रीय जनता दल यूनाइटेड रहे।
जिन पार्टियों में क्रॉस वोटिंग हुई है उसका पता लगा कि उन लोगों पे कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए, पार्टियों को जिन पे क्रॉस वोटिंग हुई है।
अगर उसमें आम के लोग शामिल होते हैं आपके,
ये कहां से आपको पता चल गया? तो इसलिए ऐसी बातें ये बेबुनियाद बात है।
But who really is the one being deceptive here? Is it not the head of the communications department of the Congress party, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, old-time member of parliament, at least I've personally seen him, 35 years in politics, whose analysis of the final election tally is nothing but a concoction of facts intended to deceive their supporters by presenting a rosy picture when it is actually a crisis situation if they were to look it in the eye. Let me tell you how. Since yesterday, Mr. Jairam Ramesh and team have been trying to build a narrative that these elections are a reflection of unity in the India bloc. Well, you call this unity, Mr. Ramesh? Despite the cross-voting, he calls it undeniably most respectable performance. Hey? Losing an election is called a respectable performance. But how can that be the case when they fell short of their own vote estimates at 300, not 322 or 315? Is what Justice Sudarshan Reddy managed to get. Now, just like they did after the Lok Sabha elections, the opposition is seeking succor in vote percentages to say that their candidate got 40% votes, a sharp rise of 14% from the last vice presidential elections. But here is what they chose to conveniently ignore. The NDA polled more votes than they had calculated, than the strength of their own coalition. So not really a win for the India bloc. Yet another opposition trope is the morality angle. Congress says arithmetically the BJP may have won, but it is a moral defeat for the ruling party. Why? How? However, since team Rahul Gandhi kept asking MPs to vote as per their conscience, even non-tangentially speaking, the BJP is clearly a winner of the conscious vote, with at least 14 opposition MPs' conscience telling them to go with CP Radhakrishnan and not with the man chosen by the India Alliance. And therefore, even ideologically, it is a huge setback for the opposition since their own MPs supported a BJP and NDA candidate.
वहीं इस बात की हार्दिक खुशी कि पिछले बार 26% वोट हमारे उम्मीदवार को आज से ठीक 3 साल पहले मिला था, 26%, और आज 3 साल के अंदर 40%, 40% मत मिला है। निश्चित रूप से विपक्षी एकता को बल देने वाली है और अशुभ संकेत है एनडीए सरकार के लिए।
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the Motorola legitimate question on the Newshour tonight. Desperate after back-to-back losses, electorally, morally and narrative-wise, is vote chori Rahul Gandhi's way of packaging a crisis as an opportunity? Aapada mein afsar? Well, that's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 1, on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining the debate tonight, Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP, Anand Ranganathan, scientist, author, commentator, also joining me tonight, Sajid Supariwala, leader of the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray group, Mohammad Tariq Khan, back on the Newshour after a long gap. Welcome back, Tariq Khan Sahab, from the Samajwadi Party, joining the show. Advocate Anmol Pamar, national spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, also joining the show. But my first question goes to my friend and Congress supporter, Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen Poonawala, congratulations. Congratulations. Moral victory हो गई आपकी. Congratulations, a moral victory. Arithmetic victory is with the BJP, but you have a moral victory in your pocket if you have one. And of course, this is not a crisis. The 14 cross-voting that happened, really not your problem, because people have voted as per their conscience and as per the constitution. Yet Mr. Rahul Gandhi, sore loser that he is saying vote चोरी हो गया. अरे भाई किसका चोरी हो गया? इंडिया अलायंस का तो लीडर चोरी हो गया था. He was in Malaysia when he should have been here campaigning for his candidate, and you are saying vote chori?
Thank you, Navika ji, for having me on this show. At the onset, I take very strong objections and place this on record on you calling the honorable leader of opposition a sore loser. I don't expect this kind of language to be used. We can disagree with each other. The second
What's unparliamentary about calling him a sore loser? No, please, before you move on, you know, I mean,
objections to it, and
you're almost pronouncing a judgment. What is wrong in the phrase sore loser? Please explain to me.
Sure, ma'am. You're right, ma'am. You please use
anything
it. I'm
unparliamentary,
sir? Continue to use it. May I make the second point?
Anything unparliamentary in the words that I use?
I don't think, ma'am, I don't think it's in good taste for the honorable leader of opposition who spent time today talking to Times Now. And if I may come to the issue at hand, it's your prerogative, and I respect your point of view. May I make the second point on what the honorable leader of opposition said? I think he made a very valid point while interacting with Times Now. The honorable leader of opposition, while talking about an issue that has plagued this nation and has raised serious concern across party lines and across people, maybe even those who support BJP, is on two folds. Number one, yes, in the vice presidential election, because that's what you're specific to, there has been cross-voting, and it is estimated 13 to 15 people have voted for the BJP candidate. Ultimately, the BJP, along with Jagan, was expected, the NDA, I apologize, along with Jagan, was expected to get 440, and they ended up getting 452. And the India Alliance was supposed to get 313, 314, they've ended up getting 300. So there's that difference of 13 or 14, which is gone there prima facie. That's what looks mathematically. In my opinion, that's a different kind of chori, because people have gone there for various reasons. Maybe out of fear of ED, maybe out of fear of some sort of future reward, which should not be happening. Now, if the leader of opposition is making that point, I think that point should be respected rather than mocking it. He's talking for different kind of chori, as opposed to the one in the model in Karnataka that he pointed out, and others in Bihar. To end the point that I'm making, I've been privileged to come to your show and to Times Now to raise the issues that the honorable leader of opposition has been raising. And the most honorable Supreme Court upheld what we were saying and had to ask the Election Commission to actually order them to accept Aadhaar. This when we were mocked. This when we were asking for this very same thing in the SIR. So now may I ask you, when the leader of opposition says, and as I end here, in one assembly in Karnataka he found discrepancies in about 1 lakh votes, the opposition, a member of parliament, a government member of parliament, says in 6 Lok Sabha constituencies he found discrepancies. If this is not vote chori, what is? If 13 of our MPs are voting the other way, they can be from any political party. That's not the issue. Is this not vote chori? Is this not pressure tactics? Is this not tactics of staying out? Ultimately, why did BRS stay out? Why did
Tehseen Poonawalla, I'm asking you questions about the vice presidential election. You're talking about the SIR. You're talking about the election commission.
I'm talking about the vice president.
You meandered into Karnataka, Bihar, UP, Supreme Court, Election Commission, everything. But my only question here is, in the vice presidential elections, where was the vote chori? But I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Not my intention to hurt anybody's feelings, least of all yours. I will say, I'm not a child for you to hurt my feelings. I'm saying, I will not call him a sore loser. I will call him a moral victor, a moral winner in this election of the vice president. So Shehzad Poonawalla, moral victory is the Congress party. You've got an arithmetical victory, and the rest is all about vote chori. And you've done the cross-voting of 14 votes because you have the ED, the CBI, you pressured people, and they have voted not by conscience but by fear. Please respond to the charges made by Tehseen Poonawalla.
Navika ji, after the election yesterday of the Vice President, I happened to be driving around the Central Delhi area और राहुल गांधी जी के घर से एक गाना बज रहा था, दुश्मन न करे दोस्त ने वो काम किया है, राहुल के वेकेशन मोड को तमाम किया है। तो मैं तहसीन की भावनाओं की कदर कर सकता हूं। ये कल रात से ये लोग बहुत ही दुखी हैं और मैं तो पूजा और प्रार्थना करता हूं नाविका जी, इनको मॉरल विक्ट्री देते रहो, हमको एरिथमेटिक विक्ट्री देते रहिए। हम जीवन भर एरिथमेटिक विक्ट्री लेने के लिए तैयार है। ये अपना मोरालिटी का जहां पे झोला ले जाना है ले जाते रहिए। परंतु ऑन अ वेरी सीरियस नोट नाविका जी, देखिए आज क्या हुआ है कि जो हमारे नेपो किड है मिस्टर राहुल गांधी, जिसके बारे में आपने कहा सौर लूजर, तो तहसीन पूनावाला गॉट ऑफेंडेड। ऑल्दो द नेपो किड कैन कॉल वोट चोर, चौकीदार चोर, ही कैन से ओबीसी समाज चोर, ही कैन से मोदी जी की माता जी को गाली देना ठीक है, ही कैन से लाठी डंडे मारेंगे, बिहार को बीड़ी बोलना, ये सब ठीक है। पर नेपो किड की भावनाओं को आपको टच नहीं करना है नाविका जी। नेपो किड की भावना जो है बहुत सेंसिटिव है। एनीवे, नेपो किड जो है वो वेकेशन मोड पे थे। अब नेपो किड हैज कम इनटू डेल्यूजन मोड, he has come into denial mode, he has come into diversion mode, and he has come into arrogance mode. आज ही नाविका जी on your channel I have seen another story breaking, क्योंकि आप लोग इतने स्टोरीज ब्रेक करते हो, हर घंटे दो स्टोरी ब्रेक हो जाता है। नाविका जी देखिए, ये अभी मद्रास हाईकोर्ट का ऑर्डर आया है। ये नेपो किड ने जो प्रेजेंटेशन किया था ना, आनंद रंगनाथन बताएंगे आपको उसके बारे में। नेपो किड के प्रेजेंटेशन को एकदम पीआईएल फॉर्म में डालकर मद्रास हाईकोर्ट तहसीन पूनावाला जैसे एक पीआईएल आर्टिस्ट ले गए थे और वो पीआईएल आर्टिस्ट की याचिका खारिज हो गई, 1 लाख का फाइन लगा और मद्रास हाईकोर्ट ने बोला इस प्रकार की बचकानी एंड फैक्टलेस जो पीआईएल है वो लेकर मत आइए। तो ये पीआईएल आर्टिस्ट समाज के लिए भी एक बड़ा झटका हो गया। नाविका जी, वोट चोरी तो हुआ नहीं, ट्रूथ की चोरी हुई है और वो लगातार महाराष्ट्र में भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने फटकार लगाई, उनको बिहार में भी एसआईआर को कोई स्टे नहीं लगाई, हरियाणा में कहते थे चोरी हो गई तो कुमारी शैलजा ने बोला नो चोरी, हुड्डा जी की वजह से आ रहे। आखिरी में मैं सिर्फ इतना बोलना चाहता हूं नाविका जी, तहसीन पूनावाला और उनकी जमात, नेपो किड जमात ने आज एक तमिलियन का अपमान किया है। I would request Anand Ranganathan also should take this up, that a Tamilian has won the vice president election, OBC समाज से आने वाला व्यक्ति has won the vice president election, and Tehseen Poonawalla and Nepo Kid Jamaat is calling him a vote chore. I think that DMK should look at this statement. And
well, let's not go there. I think there were honorable people in the fray, and both of them known because they are Indians before they are from any other state. But Tariq Khan Sahab, I want to ask you, as the India Alliance, do you think you can win elections, whether it is the vice presidential elections or any state elections or Lok Sabha elections? Do you think you can win elections by only finding fault? Because sometimes it is vote chori, sometimes it is EVMs are bad, sometimes it is dara rahe hain, dhamka rahe hain. I want to ask you, is there enough effort being put into winning elections? Whether it is winning elections for the vice president where only MPs have to vote, or winning elections for states where people of the states or people of the country really vote. Tariq Khan, I am asking you this question simply because the BJP knew that they were winning this election of the vice president hands down. Yet they did a 2-day workshop. They spoke to each and every parliament. They made their attempts to try and woo people from other political parties to swing. They campaigned. They just campaigned and they made people realize what are the norms so that not one of their vote, even due to procedural fault, should go waste. That is the level at which they are working. That is the level at which the student in a class who comes first works. But the student who comes 10th or 11th or 20th in the class can't keep saying, "Arey bhai, wo chor hai, wo teacher ka favorite hai, that is why he has won the election." Is this the right way of approaching the democratic process?
First of all, what I am getting is that Rahul Gandhi is not talking about vice president election. Okay? When your representative have asked the question, there was a lot of sound was there, a lot of people are shouting because BJP people at the same place, they were protesting over there. So that's why I must say that he was not talking about vice president election first of all. And in general, what we are saying that there has been vote chori everywhere, but in particular he was not talking about vice president election election, and I'm not raising any type of question over that because BJP people were there, they were protesting, and that was just a moment of 7 to 6 seconds. In that moment, how that if in press conference Rahul Gandhi said, will say that
he did not hear the question. He just responded on vote chori, Gaddi.
Exactly, bilkul, because BJP people.
So Jairam Ramesh has been tweeting. That is also the Congress party's official viewpoint. Will you discount that as well?
If Rahul Gandhi would like to raise question over vice president election, there must be some another tweet by Rahul Gandhi in meanwhile from that time of period from now. Because he is not raising any question. In particular, what he is saying that we are fighting against vote chori, what BJP has been doing. We are fighting that thing. Simple. This is the question. Whole opposition party is raising.
Mr. Misunderstood Rahul Gandhi, Shehzad Poonawalla. Coming to you, Anand Ranganathan, but Shehzad, you've been raising your hand. Please respond.
Navika ji, your journalist, your reporter was very clear. He not only asked once, he asked 2 or 3 times about the vice president election. Either Rahul Gandhi is a nepo kid with such low IQ that he did not understand the question, and in that case he should not be LOP, or else he heard the question and he still wanted to mar the entire procedure of this pious election, which was done, by the way, on ballot. और इसमें कोई वोटर लिस्ट में भी कोई सवाल नहीं उठा सकता. तो सोचिए नाविका जी, ईवीएम का भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट से फैसला आ गया, वहां पर भी सवाल खड़े करते हैं. अब ये बैलेट पेपर पर भी चुनाव हुआ, वहां पर भी सवाल खड़े करते हैं. और तीसरी बात, ये 315 5:15 बजे ट्वीट किया था जयराम रमेश कि देखो हमारी ऑपोजिशन यूनिटी. क्या हुआ इस यूनिटी को? मुझे तो लगता है ये समाजवादी पार्टी ने ही राहुल गांधी को ये कर दिया है. देखिए जिस प्रकार से डिफेंड कर रहे हैं ना राहुल गांधी को. तारिक अनवर जी, सच सच बताइए, आपके सांसदों ने कर दिया ना वोट? खेला कर दिया ना आपने? बताइए, सच बताइए. नाविका जी, इनको आप इंटेरोगेट करो, ये सब सच बता देंगे. ये सब राहुल गांधी को फूलिश दिखाने के लिए उन्होंने किया है.
नहीं, यू हैव टू बी फेयर टू तारिक खान साहब. यू हैव टू बी फेयर टू तारिक खान. ही डिडंट डू एनीथिंग. करने वाले तो असल में दूसरे दोनों बैठे हैं. साजिद सोपारीवाला जी, आपके तो 4 MP भाग गए, 1 राज्यसभा से और 3 लोकसभा के सांसद. यू नो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, साजिद सोपारीवाला? I mean, not only is your party in shambles, you have put the India Alliance on the back foot and of course embarrassed the entire India Alliance. So I want to ask you, what's going on? Conscience, when it works well. Where does that leave Uddhav Thackeray ji?
No ways our India United Front is very much united. There is no repercussions of any sort. The only problem happened is what earlier when Tehseen Poonawalla said, I back that because of a lot of, I'm not talking only about Shiv Sena, UBT, I'm talking about all the opposition. There has not been, now Shehzad Poonawalla was just telling right away that the votes have not been done on EVM, it has been done on ballot papers. But we are not only talking about EVM every time. We are talking about ED, CBI, a lot of things are there. He's calling Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, a nepo kid. Let me tell you, they were calling him a pappu. Today, they are in fear of that pappu only. Now the pappu has shown them he is not a pappu. And secondly, you're talking about a nepo kid.
Is Rahul not a nepo kid?
You all are having all the elections winning. Let me tell you one thing, my dear. What about Amit Shah's son? He is into the cricket association. Should we also call him a nepo kid? Huh?
But he's not in politics.
It is just a coincidence.
He's not in politics.
Gandhis have
He's not in politics.
1 second, I'm coming to you again. We as Shiv Sainiks now, we call a spade. We are Bala Sahib Shiv Sainik. When we were in BJP also.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Shiv Sainiks call a spade, and Anand Ranganathan, in the vice presidential election, they have called a spade, and there has been cross voting, and they have said CP Radhakrishnan is our man. We will vote by our conscience. And Sudarshan Reddy ji, they did not vote because they don't have the belief and the faith in the India Alliance. Anand Ranganathan, how else do you read the cross voting? How else?
In his statement.
Good evening, Sadi ji.
You can stand with his statement, but vote for the NDA candidate. You can stand with him. उससे कोई problem नहीं है. Vote उधर कर रहे हैं, stand इधर कर रहे हैं. भैया भूल जाएंगे जहाँ कहाँ रहे हैं.
On the national TV, on the national debate, you cannot just make an allegation like that.
I'm not making an allegation, sir. These are statements that have come out. A journalist analyzes the statements that have come out, and Anand Ranganathan.
There is no proof.
What is the analysis? If the entire India Alliance is in denial, what is the treatment for that? Can you suggest? Is there a vaccine?
Navika, first of all, good evening to you and to my fellow panelists. I apologize front up for what I'm going to say for the next 2 minutes, and the apologies are solely to you. And I'll tell you why. Because only one word comes in my mind right now. And that word is bhukto. You remember when we had this debate almost a month ago, Navika, I said, Navika, aap Punjabi nahi hai. Please don't show me that arm because I feel you're probably going to hit me with it. I told you, Navika, you are not a Punjabi because aapka khoon nahi khol raha. And you got a bit annoyed, yes, justifiably so. But the reason why I said this was that unless this country, unless the government, unless the Chief Election Commissioner sues the pants of the industrial scale liar Rahul Gandhi, he is only going to be encouraged by spreading the lies. He is only going to increase in his ferocity of spreading those lies. And that is exactly what has happened. As the adage goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And Rahul Gandhi has been fooling all of us 1,000,000 times. So we beyond being shamed. And this is why I say, ab bhukto. EVMs को पहले allege किया, उसके बाद election commissioner को allege किया. अब जहां पे सिर्फ मात्र 700 वोट पड़े हैं, वहां पे भी allegations आ रही हैं. This is what I mean. We are responsible for this, Navika, and you as a journalist are responsible for it because you did not encourage Rahul Gandhi to be slapped with a defamation suit. You were just reporting the reality. You should have gone and interviewed the Chief Election Commissioner and goaded him, prodded him to sue the pants of Rahul Gandhi. Press conference was not enough. And I now say, just end with one word, bhukto.
1 second. May I make a point?
Well, Anand Ranganathan, सब कुछ मेरी ही गलती होती है. Everything.
I just want to make a point.
If I said something that Tehseen Poonawala took exception to, that is my fault. You are saying it's my fault. Why Tehseen?
No.
Yes, sir. Please go on.
Not, please allow me to make a point.
Please go on, sir.
Just very brief point.
The floor is yours.
It's fine to come on national TV and give rhetoric. Thank you, ma'am. It's fine to come on national TV and give rhetoric, the one that Dr. Ranganathan gives. The Chief Election Commissioner should sue the leader of opposition. The day this happens in a country where there is democracy, we will cease to be one. Please, Anand, I didn't interrupt me. Please give me the courtesy I give you and extend to you. It is not that the Chief Election Commissioner cannot do that. There are institutions cannot be suing people on these bases. That's not how democracies work. That's democracy basic 101. Point number 2. I'm again repeating the question that I repeated for the election commissioner, though that was not the debate, but since you brought him in, let me ask you the question. Why has the Chief Election Commissioner not denied what Rahul Gandhi is saying? An example of this is the Chief Election Commissioner gave what was 0 number addresses. Show me an Aadhaar card which the Election Commission has, which the Supreme Court has held up, that has a 0 number address on Aadhaar. Aadhaar is now proof of identity and address. Show me a 0 number address on Aadhaar. You don't have one. But you come here and you lie.
I know exactly. No, Anand Ranganathan, I know the strategy Tehseen Poonawala is following. He's trying to divert this entire debate into the SIR debate. Been there, done that. We've actually debated that till the cows come home. But today the issue is the vice presidential election. And no, I will not allow anybody to derail that debate. And I want to ask you, Anmol Pawar.
He got in the election, Commissioner.
Okay, hold on. Take a deep breath. Anmol Pawar. Anmol Pawar, I want to ask you. There are reports, I don't know if it's true or not, but there are reports there has been some cross-voting even from your party. Having said that, you're not part of the India Alliance, so frankly, you haven't broken any promises. नहीं ये तो पहले निकल गए थे ना इंडिया अलायंस से बाहर सो अनमोल पवार आपने इंडिया अलायंस का कोई प्रॉमिस नहीं तोड़ा आपने कॉन्शियंस के हिसाब से वोट किया बट आई वांट टू आस्क यू बीन एन इनसाइडर इन द India Alliance. Do you think the India Alliance and Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his statements on vote chori, his statements on EVMs, on everything else that is wrong in the election process, except his own party strategy, his own, candidate selection, etc., which actually impacts how elections are won? Do you think that is at fault, or do you think even the vice presidential election had vote chori?
Good evening, Navika ji. Navika ji, on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party, I congratulate the newly elected Vice President of our country. The nation looks forward with hope that he will uphold the Constitution as supreme guiding light, uphold its values and work tirelessly for the nation's growth. As far as cross-voting is concerned, आपने कहा कि कुछ लोगों ने cross-voting की है. None of our MPs cross-voted, but as per my sources, 27 opposition MPs have voted in favor of the winning candidate and 12 BJP member of parliaments have voted in favor of the opposition candidate. सुबह से बहुत सारे चैनल चला रहे हैं ना जी हमारे सोर्सेज ने कहा कि कुछ नेताओं ने तो मैं बता रहा हूं कि हमारे सोर्सेज ने कहा कि 27 ऑपोजिशन एमपीज ने जो है वो भाजपा के फेवर में वोट किया है और 12 भाजपा के सांसद ने जो है वो ऑपोजिशन कैंडिडेट के फेवर में वोट किया है तो मैं आपको चैलेंज करता हूं ये न्यूज भी चला दीजिए जैसे आपके सोर्सेज से न्यूज आई है मेरे सोर्सेज से न्यूज आई है
चल रही है you have reported you are on live TV and it is going on and I urge you to become a journalist अब आप पॉलिटिक्स में क्या कर रहे हैं आप जर्नलिस्ट बन जाइए शहजाद पूनावाला 12 from your side have gone the other side and 27 from the other side so this I don't know about trade with America but trade within the parliament is going on full scale
during constitutional club elections we saw during constitutional club elections also we saw that how BJP cross voted in favor of Rajiv Pratap Rudy.
Okay, Shehzad Poonawala from vice presidential elections now we are on to constitutional club elections of the BJP.
नाविका जी देखिए जब गली मोहल्ले वाली पार्टी को बुलाएंगे
ऐसे करने से कुछ नहीं
नाविका जी
ओके
नाविका जी कहना है मेक माय पॉइंट क्योंकि मैंने तो किसी के बीच
वाले आम लोगों से जुड़े हुए हैं आपकी तरह राजशाही में नहीं रहते
वो
नाविका जी
लग रहे हैं ये गली मोहल्ले का ही डिबेट हो गया है 1 minute शहजाद प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड
नाविका जी देखिए आपको 1 पे 1 कितना लेना पड़ेगा भाई नाविका जी ऐसे तो डिबेट नहीं हो पाएगी कि हर बार वो इंटरप्ट करता रहेगा भाई इनकी बहुत बुरी आदत है नाविका जी वाई आर वी अलाउइंग सच बिहेवियर इट इज अ डिसेंट डिबेट नाविका जी पीपल आर वाचिंग
गो ऑन मेक योर पॉइंट
नाविका जी मैम बट ही इज इंटरप्टिंग वो भाई वो चुप नहीं रह रहे ना इंटरप्ट कर रहे हैं नाविका जी देखिए नाविका जी जिन लोगों के लिए पाठशाला के बदले मधुशाला बनानी होती है उन्हीं को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पोस्ट के चुनाव में कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल क्लब का चुनाव दिखता है आप मधुशाला में ज्यादा लिप्त होंगे ना और पाठशाला में कब तो तभी आप जो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पोस्ट के इलेक्शन को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्लब के इलेक्शन से तुलना करेंगे और वहां पर भी दोनों बीजेपी वाले थे भाई एक बीजेपी और दूसरी बीजेपी दोनों बीजेपी में ही वो चुनाव हुआ था तो जीतने वाली बीजेपी थी तो क्रॉस वोट कैसे हुआ मतलब मूर्खता की ये सारी सीमाएं मतलब मुझे लगा कि राहुल गांधी नेपोकिड है यहां पर पता नहीं कौन से किड्स बैठे हैं भाई। दूसरी बात देखिए नाविका जी, आज सवाल सिर्फ इतना है, तहसीन पूनावाला को थोड़ा सच का सामना करना चाहिए। ये जो डाइवर्ट करने की घर का नंबर क्या था, 0 नंबर था, ये डिबेट नहीं है नाविका जी। ऑपोजिशन यूनिटी को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आज कम से कम अगर यूपीए इंडिया अलायंस की 330 आ जाती, 340 आ जाती, तो नाविका जी योर डिबेट वुड हैव बीन दैट इज अ बिग मैसेज गिवन टू द एनडीए गवर्नमेंट, इज एनडीए गवर्नमेंट स्टेबल, ये आपका डिबेट का टॉपिक होता। बट राहुल गांधी वॉज बिजी इन मलेशिया, he was busy in other places, and therefore forget getting that 315, they did not get even that number that they were expecting. This is about Rahul's leadership. The crisis is that UBT Sena or the NCP Sharad Pawar or the Congress leaders or Aam Aadmi Party, they don't see Rahul Gandhi as a leader. अब प्रॉब्लम यह है कि ये नेपो किड के खिलाफ, क्योंकि इनकी पार्टी में सब बूमर है, इनके यहाँ जेनजी तो बचे नहीं, अगर जेनजी होते तो रिवोल्ट करते, इनके यहाँ सारे बूमर है, इसलिए राहुल गांधी को ढो रहे हैं।
Tehseen Poonawalla respond and the day before the elections, Sharad Pawar was in the meeting, Sonia Gandhi was in the meeting with all political parties, but Rahul Gandhi was not there. And Sharad Pawar's party said कि ये आया तो है नहीं, next day people have cross voted. Tehseen, isn't that a problem for the Congress and the India Alliance?
Navika, let me put it on record that whatever cross-voting happened or has happened, allegedly, we know the two political parties, and the Congress, Shri Rahul Gandhi had no control over those political parties and MPs cross-voting. The Congress votes have remained intact. That is what Rahul Gandhi's leadership is as so far as Congress is concerned. As so far as the campaigning for the Vice President was concerned, it is expected that nobody would be pressurized by any means to be able to cross-vote. Yes, I do get, had we got the 313 votes that I was expecting, or 315 that the Congress media in charge said, that would have been correct, and these 12 votes are worrying. But they have gone to the BJP NDA. That exactly shows what vote chori is, the topic of your debate. That maybe it is enticement, maybe it is pressure, maybe it is some other trick. Should this be happening in a democracy, should be a debate. Wow. The answer isn't Rahul Gandhi. The answer is the ruling government doing this, using underhand tactics to get votes in an election it is deemed to win. That is the problem, and that somehow is being showed as a
problem is when you are playing, when you are playing for a win, then you play on your strengths, on your strategy, and on actually campaigning in an election. But what is unethical? My dear, how many elections have happened? Do you think Anand Ranganathan or elections that the Congress have been won by ethical means?
No, Navika, first of all, to my good friend Tehseen. No, Tehseen, don't interrupt. I did not interrupt. Yeah. No, first of all, to my good friend. Thank you.
Yeah, you did.
The tiles of whichever bathroom he is in are not very reflective, so I can hardly see him, but I can hear him. Now, couple of points I'd like to make. Thank you, Tehseen, for smiling. Look, let us be very clear about this. When Rahul Gandhi says jitni abadi utna haq, when he says merit se bhi upar morality hai, आप ओबीसी और दलित को उनका हक दीजिए। मैं तहसीन से आज पूछना चाहता हूं, वो जहां पे भी है, मैंने बताया कहां पे हैं, आप एक चीज का सवाल दीजिए। आपके लिए सबसे आसान था यहां पे एक दलित और ओबीसी कैंडिडेट चुनते, आपने क्यों नहीं चुना? आंसर तहसीन।
Well, because it is not ethical. It is not ethical. It is not secular. It is not strategic. Because no, Tehseen Poonawalla, it can't be that you take forever to answer the questions. They have what they claim is a moral victory. The BJP has a victory on the board. Well, numbers matter, and when there is an election, who gives it their most matters to the people who are watching. And when they watched, they saw that the BJP left no stone unturned to not only campaign for their candidate, but even go through the detailed process of voting that was taught to every single MP, where the Prime Minister himself was part of the class that was going on. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi, as a leader, was absent to keep his flock together, was absent to take the same pains that were being taken on the other side. In a contest, you have to give it your all. Whether it is a sporting event, whether it is an election, whether it is examinations for students, unless you give it your best, the fact is, there will be slips between the cup and the lip. And 14 slips, well, nobody was even counting in the India alliance. That is the real problem. Not about Rahul Gandhi, but what were they doing about the rest of the alliance partners? What is their strategic information on what's going on within their alliance? Well, isn't that a worry for the Congress party? It should be, but clearly it doesn't seem to be. But we leave it at that. Another loss for the Congress party, but calling it a moral victory, another win under the BJP's belt, performed better than they expected to. But then Congress isn't watching. They are complaining, vote chor, Gaddi chor. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists joining me on debate number 1.